Hey everybody, a happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are safe, you are well, and you are with someone you care about who also cares about you. You might hear a lot of excess wind right now. It's because the wind has just picked up. It's talking about raining, or it's hinting that it might start raining. So let's give you a quick update in the chicken and garden world. That was Ghost. He likes to occasionally make strange noises at the chickens. Right, Ghost? It's funny because when the chickens are out, he doesn't bug them, but when they're in the coop and he can't actually reach them, he makes all kinds of little dog noises at the chickens, and the chickens don't care. They completely ignore him. And I don't know if that just emboldens him to make more noises or if he just goes, screw it. But anyway, welcome to the final Chicken and Garden episode of 2025 here on TE. Now, I have thought long and hard about whether we're going to keep making these, because I know the view counts for these are really tiny. I know most people don't bother watching them. It's not really the thing that we are known for here at the channel. But I think we've decided that we're going to carry on making them into next year, with a little bit of a caveat, and that is that I may not make them every single week. We'll see what happens. I always try and find something to talk about regarding, just living in the country and trying to make your own food and grow your own food. The other night, my wife, I made a shepherd's pie. My wife was just like, I really like how much you cook and how much you try and grow everything. And it kind of hit me because I don't take that as being unusual. So I grew up on a farm in the UK. That's how we ate when I was growing up. And it was kind of a very kind of subtle reminder that I don't think we have the same relationship with food that a lot of people have. I think a lot of people are used to buying prepackaged meals and going to have takeouts. And for us, takeouts are like a rare thing, like once every couple of weeks, maybe once a month. But for a lot of people, it's like every other night. And that's different. That's different and a bit weird for me. Different people have different experiences, and your experiences are valid, by the way. It doesn't matter if your experiences are different. They are still valid. But it got me thinking about the fact that we've made it through another year of doing chicken and garden, and we've made it through another year of gardening. And there are lots of things that I want to change for next year. One of them being, I want to change some of this. We're going to be talking about that in next week's Chicken and Garden update, which, surprise, surprise, because it's the holidays, I'm going to be filming that immediately following this one. But there are some other modifications that I need to make. So my apple trees, they need to be pruned. I need to get better at pruning. I know it's a skill that I can easily learn, but it's something that I absolutely want to learn next year so that I can make sure that my trees remain healthy. The other thing that I'm definitely going to need to change at the end of this year is this greenhouse. So the cover has survived, I think, 4 seasons now, 3 or 4 seasons, and it's really starting to show its age. But we designed it so that you can remove this cover. It's just held on by these pieces of wood. And that should make it easier for us next year to replace the top and make sure everything is fine. Also, the greenhouse has started bowing outwards slightly, so we need to make sure that we bring that back in line, and that should hopefully make it a little bit easier for us, and make sure that nothing bad happens in the future. The other thing I want to change this year is I want to tackle all of these brambles that have started to grow in our gardening plot. I've been really bad at the upkeep and the maintenance, and that's meant that seeds have spread, and my gardening space has become a little bit awry this year. Hopefully though, next year I will be able to get on top of it, and I think I'm going to start by putting my garlic and some of my onions in here, or possibly in that one. I haven't decided 100%, but I think that's where they're going to go for next year. The third kind of the third plot back is where I've got my brassicas, so my broccoli and my sprouts and also my cauliflower. In fact, let's walk back there. And so working on that, planting my my garlic is not going to happen yet. As you can see, we do still have some broccoli growing, and it's really rather nice. So we'll be harvesting that pretty soon. But it's not going to be ready to put the garlic in, so we'll just see how we deal with that moving forwards. But the fact that we've made it through another year is one that I'm really, really happy about. We had a bumper crop this year of raspberries and strawberries. I'm going to have to put up a trellis, I think, this coming year for the raspberries, because that didn't work this year. Having the raspberry bushes all over the place just didn't work. So I'm going to plan on building a trellis that I can use to train the raspberries up. I'm probably going to move the rest of these strawberries, even though they look happy right now. They just don't get enough sunlight down here. So I'm going to move them to a different part of the garden. And the strawberries over here, well, they're doing just fine and dandy. So in the spring, I'll just tidy this up and hopefully we'll have another good year of strawberries. I think this has been like 4 years now of strawberries in this plot, and they seem to be doing just fine. I'm not too worried about it. So, moving on from that is my goal. But there were a couple of things that have bugged me about this year. I think 2025 has been the year where I've learned that I cannot grow sweet corn. I'm going to give it one more go next year to grow sweet corn, and if I strike out again, I'm just going to say screw it. We don't have the capabilities here, or I don't have the capabilities here to grow sweet corn. The other alternative is to try something in the greenhouse. I'll have to see what happens. What I have successfully grown this year are peppers, tomatoes, and cucumbers. I have had a great bumper year, especially including those volunteer ones at the back there. I had a bumper year this year for potatoes, so I'm going to replicate what I did this year next year with potatoes, and that basically means planting more of them and leaving them in the ground longer. The first couple of years I grew potatoes, I was just too eager to get them out of the ground, and that didn't really work. So next year I'm going to keep them in longer. Parsnips. The other thing that I have successfully grown in large numbers this year, I am still harvesting parsnips that I planted in January. So it's it's 11 and a half months, 12 months from planting them to harvesting them, and they're still tasty as all heck. So I need to decide how I'm going to do that. I would love to move my potatoes and parsnips to be over there because I think they would do better. The problem is I don't have an easy way to move them, because they're heavy and they're full of stuff. So I'd have to empty them out and then move them, and probably hire something to move them. And I haven't decided if I'm going to go that far down into preparedness for that. But let's see what happens. Tell me what you have learned this year in your garden. Tell me what you are going to carry on growing next year based on successes this year. And go on. Tell me what you struck out on, and you just you're not doing it again. And there's a mosquito just landed on me. So I'm going to go swat the mosquito away. Happy New Year in advance. And I will see you next week for the first Chicken and Garden update of 2026. Thanks for watching today. You can connect with us on Patreon, Discord, Mastodon, Blue Sky, or through our website. Massive thanks to the amazing folks scrolling by right now. You are the reason we can stay independent and keep making content without corporate influence. Want to see your name listed here too? Support starts at just $1.50 a month, and you can now even gift memberships. And of course, a massive welcome to our newest members: Adam B, Andrew Brown, Tiara Graves, Philip Jackson, Dieter Mulhop, Noor Naif, Annie Onimus, Todd Plenus, Barus Sharati, Andrei Starsky, Ralph Stultz, Richard Teague, Triple A He They, Lisa Vargi, Vicky Morales,
Magpie Motors, and Travis Whitman. Thank you for joining up to support the channel. At this particular time in history when everyone's feeling the pinch, we are so grateful that you've joined the team, and that allows us to keep making great content. If you'd like to join them, you'll find our Patreon link below, or you can sign up via YouTube. If you're signing up for Patreon though, please go to the Patreon website. Do not use the Apple or Google app, since both take a big cut that hurts your wallet and reduces the income we receive. Prefer a one-off contribution? We've got Ko-fi, Bitcoin, a PO box, our swag store, and even an Amazon affiliate link, all great ways to make sure your money helps us. We post new videos every few days on the main channel, plus extras over on TE Take 2. And since YouTube comments, while open, aren't safe for us, the best way to chat with the team is through Patreon, Mastodon, Blue Sky, or our website, or in fact, our Discord chat. If you want more, the mighty algorithm thinks you'll like this video, but we'd love you to check out this one instead. Be awesome, be kind, be intentional, and never forget to resist. Keep evolving!